Page 2. Yes, page 1. Yeah.
Right Honorable Speaker, page 1, item number 9. Ablekuma West has been spelled Ablekuman. Ablekuman. We should omit the N for it to be Ablekuma.
Very well. Table of Office, take note. Page 2. Yes, Honourable Member.
Page 2, item number 63. Esikado Ketan. Esikado has been spelled with an ending of U. It's supposed to be O. Esikado.
Thank you. Table of Office, kindly take note. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6. Page 7. Page 8. Page 9. Page 10. Yes.
Speaker, thank you so much for the opportunity. Speaker, item 12, paragraph B, with your kind indulgence. The Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and Member for Elembele, Mr. Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa. I specifically wish to draw attention to the spelling for Kofi, which is a proper noun. So if we can delete that and insert the correct form. On same page 10, motion 13, Speaker, the very last paragraph, which has gone to the next page, the designation accorded Mr. Richie the champion over here is incorrect. Over here is captured as honorable
But the
second.
first one that you have raised, the name is hyphenated.
Say that, Speaker.
Ama Kofi.
Yes, it's hyphenated. Yes. However, per our records, referencing it as to how he normally spells it, the Kofi is also capital K.
Very well.
And Speaker, sorry, I was on motion 13, the very last paragraph. The designation assigned Mr. Richie the champion over here is incorrect, Speaker. Here is captured as Honorable Second Deputy Majority Chief Whip. Indeed, we have to delete the chief. Thank you very much.
Table of Office, take note. Page 11. Page 12. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sorry, let me take you back to page 6, item 14. My name has been captured as...
draw the table of his attention to it. I will move from page 13 to page 6.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, page 12. The item number starts from page 11. That is item number 2. Now, therefore, this House, in accordance with the said Article 2681 of the Constitution, hereby resolve, maybe for guidance, subject verb agreement, hereby resolves to ratify the said mining lease agreement. So the S is missing. Thank you.
Table of Office, take note, page 30. Yes.
Speaker, not to take you back, but Speaker, just to intervene on my friend's behalf, Doctor. Speaker, sometimes some of these things, you may not see it just at the point. So, Speaker, if we do so, kindly indulge us. We are all trying to...
You see, Honorable Jerry Ahmed, that is why I said he should draw the attention of the table office to that correction. If I will be at page 13, go back to page 5. By the time you get to page 20, somebody is bringing you to page 10. I don't think we can finish correcting the votes and proceedings. So, in practically, what should have even been happening is that some of the corrections, all we need to do is to draw the table office attention to it. It's not major. But here we are in Ghana's parliament. We do correction of votes and proceedings, including correcting nouns. Page 14. Page 15. Page 16. Page 17. Page 18. Page 19. Page 20. Yes.
Please, page 19, item number XI, a 40 few. The few has been spelled with the F as a small letter, but for standardization purposes, if the F can be capital. Thank you.
Table of use, take notes. Page 20 and 21. All members, the vote and proceedings of Thursday, 19th March 2026, as corrected, is hereby adopted as the true record of proceedings. Now, let's turn to official report of Friday, 13th March 2026. All members, any correction? In the absence of any correction, the official reports of Friday, 13th March 2026 is hereby adopted as the true record of proceedings. All members, permit me to acknowledge the presence of students from Association International School, led by Jamila Yeboah, a teacher. They are from Ayawaso, West Wagon. They numbered 11. We also have Future Leaders Educational Center, led by Ebenezer Enim, head teacher. They are from Kantamanso. They numbered 69. Then we have Faith Sultan Memel Educational Complex, led by Jamal Abdul Nasir, proprietor. They are from Tamalinov. Then we have Samdo Academy, led by Raphael Sedwamada, a teacher. They are from Kung Kantamanso. They numbered 77. All members, on your behalf, I welcome them to Parliament of Ghana. May you have a fruitful visit. Kindly resume your seats. We are done with item number 6. Majority Leader.
Speaker, we want to take item number 7, statements, and the Minister for Roads has a statement that we have agreed on.
Yes, statement, yes.
Speaker, before we go on to item 7, as leadership had abundantly communicated earlier that the House will adjourn on Friday, I want to bring it to the notification of the Majority Leader that there are matters that has to be dealt with since we are scheduled to rise on Friday. And these matters I cannot elucidate on. So I'm calling on the Leader of the House that the Finance Minister should be programmed, as was discussed, so that we'll have a committee of the whole tomorrow in preparation for the House to rise on Friday. Speaker, there's a matter that has been raging on for a long time, and we on this side, and we are not happy with it. We try to resolve same, but we are not happy with it. 2 motions we have filed, the one on mass dismissal and the other on the gold board. we are just not happy the way this matter has been treated. Of course, we know the processes involved in filing a motion, and admissibility of a motion is in the motion of the Speaker. Where leadership have discussed, and there is an agreement, and members have been given prior notification that such a business will be prosecuted, and then we come and it's something else. It doesn't speak well of us. We have informed the public, we have informed all the stakeholders in these matters, because this matter related to the gold board is not just about MPs. It's a public concern. Funds is a public concern. And we are not happy how this motion is being treated. We want this to go on the record. That's because we will go every length, every legal length permissible to ensure that this motion is taken. If there is nothing to hide, why are we dilly-dallying? Why are we pretend as if that thing is at stake? The gold board motion must be taken by this House. It must be taken. And so, Speaker, I implore you, direct our colleagues in majority. They must do the needful. They must do the needful. Motion numbered 42. And this motion has been advertised in the order paper, not once, not twice, not 3 times, severally. We are putting the office of the table office into disrepute. They will not advertise this business out of nothing. It was because the Right Honorable Speaker himself has admitted the motion, and the motion has been advertised in the order paper. Motion 40. That pursuant to Order 127 of the Standing Orders, the Right Honorable Speaker reviews the ruling made on Tuesday, 11th March 2025, dismissing an application made by the Honorable Habib in accordance with Order 195, Clause 2, seeking the indulgence of the House to determine the form in which the Minister of Finance was to present the budget. That is one of the motions. Then 43. Speaker, that this Honorable House, pursuant to Article 103 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 204, 212, 213, 262, and 263 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, establish an ad hoc committee to investigate the Gold for Reserve scheme, including its design, implementation, governance, financial performance, environmental and public health implications, and any related matters. Then, of course, 39. This has been lingering on for more than a year. Speaker, with your leave, that pursuant to Order 127 of the Standing Order, the Right Honorable Speaker reviews the ruling of the First Deputy Speaker on 5th March 2025, sustaining the preliminary objection raised by Honorable Majority Leader, Honorable Mama Yariga, against moving the private member's motion listed as item number 6 on page 16.6 of the order paper on Wednesday, 5th March 2025, and same captured in the official report of the House. This has been lingering on for more than a year. What are we doing to this House? What are we doing to ourselves? This is the Parliament of Ghana. The public is interested. Other important stakeholders are interested in this matter. And we come and we discuss one reason, flimsy reasons are cited, or we cannot take the motion because of this, because of that. If you have nothing to hide, Mr. Majority Leader, with respect and deference to you, if there's nothing to hide, you should be happy to come and debate this motion and let the public know. Speaker, we are not happy. We on this side are not happy. We have cooperated and collaborated at all fronts with you. Even when you don't have your numbers, we have collaborated with you. When your numbers are not up to date, we've always collaborated with you. What is it about this motion that you keep giving us flimsy excuses one after the other? Ghanaians are watching you. The good people of this country are watching you. After giving you these huge numbers, simple motion, you don't want to debate it, and you are running away. Mr. Majority, are you proud about this? You shouldn't be proud about this. You are a man with respect because of your respect for authority, your respect for procedure. What is it about this motion that the majority is afraid of? I'm interested in that. What is it about the gold board motion that you are so much afraid? You dread it. This motion shouldn't be taken because you are going to be exposed. Because yes, that's what it is. You are the chair of the Committee of Economy. You should be happy. You should be happy that this motion should be taken. And so the monies involved are huge. The losses are huge. So we are simply saying, no, you have your numbers. Mobilize your numbers and come and vote on it after the debate. Mr. Majority Leader, your legacies. In future, we are going to refer to this. That you were the majority leader when you fought hard. That motions that concern losses about our country should not be debated. And you're not going to be proud about that. Majority Leader, do something before you die. Do something. No, I'm not wishing him death, but he must show some leadership. So we on this side of the house, we are so much disappointed in his leadership. On this matter, we are so disappointed. He gave his word that the motion will be taken today. And then while flimsy excuses are being given, Mr. Speaker, what do you want to say? Sit down. Sit down, what do you want to say? Speaker, so we are saying that unless you allow us to debate and move this motion,
Honorable Chief Whip, I'll give you the floor.
Unless this motion is moved, government business will suffer. Yes, unless this motion is moved, I'm looking into the face of the majority and telling him boldly, unless this motion is moved, government business will suffer. Go and bring your 100, your so-called 187. Go and bring your numbers. Otherwise, government business will suffer. We will not allow you to proceed on that tangent of shielding matters that has to be discussed. The public is interested. Ghanaians are watching you. What is it about the gold reserve that you don't want us to debate? What is this? What is it? What is it? Frustration. You are just putting frustration in our way because you think you have numbers. Go and marshal your numbers to pass everything that you want to pass from now to Friday. Otherwise, government business will suffer. I tell you. And I'm telling you in plain words. Don't take us for granted. Go and bring your numbers. Otherwise, the debate, the motion must be moved. I thank you, Speaker.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the man has just come from cocoa farms. He's been on cocoa farms trying to convince cocoa farmers that in spite of the collapse in the world market price of cocoa, they should be given a rise in their cocoa prices. He's just come back and I think he's missed the point. Mr. Speaker, there is no motion on gold board. There is no motion on gold board before this house. Let me read the motion. It says that this honorable house, pursuant to Article 109 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 204, 212, 213, 262, and 263 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, establish an ad hoc committee to investigate the Gold for Reserves scheme. The Gold for Reserve scheme. That's not gold board. That is not gold board. Gold for Reserves is an activity undertaken by the Central Bank, the Bank of Ghana. What has that got to do with gold board? It has absolutely nothing to do with gold board. It is about the Central Bank and the Gold for Reserve program that it is embarked upon, which exercise did not begin yesterday. Indeed, on this floor, you have argued that this side of the house should not take credit for the stability of the city because you are also part of the Gold for Reserve initiative. Indeed, you tried to argue that credit should be given to Bawumia. In this house, you argued that credit should be given to Bawumia, that the Gold for Reserves is Bawumia's baby. What has that got to do with gold board? What has that got to do with gold board?
That is your motion.
So, Mr. Speaker, that is the motion before this House. So, to rise up and seek to scandalize Gold Board and create the impression that Gold Board is hiding anything, and that if we don't move this motion, we are shielding Gold Board, is totally unfounded, because this has nothing to do with Gold Board. This is gold reserves, which is a function of the central bank. So, Mr. Speaker, let us not be playing to the gallery anytime we have the opportunity in this chamber. And who is afraid of debating this very, very, simple and innocuous, motion? If there are issues with your motion, straighten up the issues. Straighten up the issues. Nobody is running away from any motion. What are you going to say that you haven't said, at a press conference already? There's nothing you're going to say in this chamber that you haven't said at a press conference that Ghanaians haven't heard. That as a result of the implementation of the reserve program, there's been transaction losses. That the IMF says that $200 and something million have been lost. When we can show that several billions of dollars have been raked into the system as a result of the use of Gold Board, billions of dollars. The stability of the city, the currency of Ghana, all that are profits. So if there are transaction losses, and so what? In every transaction, you look at the loss versus the gain. The loss versus the gain. You compare losses to gains. We are ready to debate you, because we also have on record that when you started the implementation of the reserve program, there were equally transaction losses. Significant, in billions of Ghana cedis. We have the statistics. Without any gain. Loss without gain. Loss without gain. In spite of the loss, we're still exchanging the Ghana cedi at over 17 Ghana cedis. With this small transaction loss of 200 and something million, now we have the cedi coming down, averaging 10 and 11 Ghana cedis, and very stable. Inflation has come down. Our reserves has increased astronomically. So, Mr. Speaker, this is a debate that we are ready, prepared. My chairman for Economic Committee, today you can see he is in a tie and then a suit waiting to participate in the debate. Honorable Adongo has left all his work as a member of the board of the Central Bank. He's sitting here ready to respond to you. Everybody on this side has come this morning prepared to take this debate. This is a very good motion for the NDC. It is a motion that gives NDC the opportunity to market its achievements in the stability of the city. This is a motion that indeed is favorable to the NDC. In fact, we should have brought this motion. We should have brought this motion. But it's good that you have brought it. And we are ready to take it. If there are procedural issues, let's clear them.
Straight in there, let's come.
So, at conclave, I advise you what to do. I'm surprised. I thought you have done that, so that we can have our way clear to take this motion as soon as possible. But you refuse to do what I advise you to do. Then you come and stand here and say that you have lost confidence in my leadership. Am I the one who admits motions? Am I the one who admits motions? I don't admit motions. I got to make an application to the speaker agrees, and then we take it. Even statements. I just got up and made an application to the speaker so that we can take a statement. And then you admit it. So you know the issue. You know the issue. As for my friend, Honorable Afenyo-Markin, I believe he understands. Why you don't understand, I have a problem. Or he asks you to speak for him. So, Mr. Speaker, I think we can go and take statements. As for the threat regarding government business, I don't even want us to go there. Government business is business for all of us. And if you insist that we must bring all our numbers, we will bring all our numbers. But that shouldn't be an issue. Mr. Speaker, I think we can go for the statements.
Yes, Minority Leader.
Speaker, with respect, the Minority Chief Whip got his facts right. The majority in this House is stampeding the business of the House. And, Mr. Speaker, they're acting bad faith. This House has been seized with this motion for several weeks. They are never ready to be accountable. They are a walking contradiction. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader on his feet argued that the motion has nothing to do with Go Board. For the avoidance of doubt, I will read the text of this motion in extenso. Mr. Speaker, this is what the motion says. That this honorable House, pursuant to Article 103 of the 1992 Constitution, and standing orders 204, 212, 213, and 262, and 263, is moved to establish an ad hoc committee. They are afraid of the ad hoc committee to investigate the Gold for Oil Reserve Scheme, including its design, implementation, governance, financial performance,
Honorable Minority Leader.
environmental and public health implications.
Honorable Minority Leader,
and
are you
any
reading the
related
motion
matter.
by the order paper?
Mr. Speaker, with respect, this side of the House kept quiet and listened to the majority leader. Mr. Speaker, what they don't know, is that a motion is always accompanied by an explanatory memo. They should know this. If they have not read the standing orders, I will stand here to educate them. So listen. Mr. Speaker, the motion, if you go to paragraph 3, I have the original text that has been approved by Speaker. It says that this substantive motion setting out the composition, powers, terms of reference, reporting timelines, interim measures, and implementation framework of the ad hoc committee. Mr. Speaker, and we've attached here too the preamble. It's all required by the rules, and we comply. This is what the preamble says. Whereas Article 103 of the 1992 Constitution empowers Parliament to appoint committees to investigate and inquire into the activities and administration of ministries, departments, and agencies. Semicolon. Recalling standing orders 204, 212, 213, 262, and 263, which provide for the appointment of ad hoc committees and confer powers to send for persons, papers, and records. Semicolon. Gravely concerned by the International Monetary Fund staff report for Ghana's 5th review under the extended credit facility into bracket December 2025, which document that the Bank of Ghana sustained foreign exchange losses of $204 million in the first 9 months of 2025, attributable to the Gold for Oil Reserve Scheme. Further concern that the IMF report identifies significant downside risk to Ghana's economic stabilization program arising from the scheme, including losses from failed trade, elevated off-taker fees, and high operational costs. And Mr. Speaker, by the way, when the minority raised these concerns, Gold Board and Bank of Ghana had an emergency meeting, a joint meeting of their boards, and slashed the fees to 9.55. This is an effective minority. If at all you were satisfied that the charges were okay and there's a cost to implement an economic policy, why did you meet? Why did you convene that emergency meeting to reduce the charges from 15% to 9.55%? We are aware of all those facts. Mr. Speaker, it goes further. Alarmed by credible report that substantial proportion of gold purchased under the scheme may originate from illegal mining operations, thereby implicating state institutions in the potential laundering of illicitly sourced minerals. Deeply troubled by the environmental and public health crisis arising from illegal mining, including contamination, deforestation, and projected potable water emergencies. Noting allegations of inadequate supply chain due diligence, failure to implement mine level traceability consistent with OECD guidelines, and lack of transparency in the operations of Gold Board, mindful of Parliament's constitutional duty to exercise effective oversight of public institutions managing strategic national resources. Now, therefore, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, he must have patience. Mr. Speaker, don't allow him. Mr. Speaker, don't act in bad faith. He should let me finish. I'm reading the full text.
Majority leader is up.
Mr. Speaker,
I give some recognition to you, the leaders.
Very well, Mr. Speaker. I will still come back. He will not succeed in confusing this house. I have the full motion here, and you are afraid that I'm reading that the ad hoc committee to deal with Gold Board. Mr. Speaker is here. We have the full document as admitted by Speaker.
Majority
you say
leader.
You are ready. Get ready and let's debate it. After December, IMF reported that the losses have exceeded 7 billion cedis.
Minority leader, I recognize the
Very well,
majority
Mr. Speaker.
leader.
I would resume my seat for you to recognize him. I know he wants to re-argue. He has no point of order. But Mr. Speaker, I will yield to him. But I will come back. You won't run away from this Gold Board motion. You can't. Mass dismissal motion is still waiting. You say you have 189. You say you are super majority. So go ahead. We promise you that we will match you with substance. We promise you. We will match you with substance. And you are afraid of substance. If your chairman on economy is ready, he should debate. What is he afraid of? Why are you afraid of this motion? You will say procedural.
Honorable minority leader, I recognize the majority
Mr.
leader.
Speaker, I yield to him. What procedure are you talking about? What procedure are you talking about? Mr. Speaker, I'm yielding to him. I'm yielding to him. But what procedure was he talking about?
Mr. Speaker, a man who says he doesn't fear, but he's clearly afraid of the issues that I'm going to raise. You are clearly afraid of the issues I'll be raising. Mr. Speaker, let's get back to the standing orders. You speak of a motion and then a memorandum. Can you show me specifically which order makes a memorandum a part of the motion? Mr. Speaker, what is before us is a motion in these terms, that this Honorable House, pursuant to Article 103 of 1992 Constitution and Orders 204, 212, 213, 262, and 263 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, establish an ad hoc committee to investigate the Gold for Reserves scheme. So actually, you're asking us to establish a committee to now conduct the investigation. So you don't even have a basis for saying that wrong has been committed. You don't even have a basis for saying that wrong has been committed because you are asking for an investigation. But you speak as if wrong has been committed and anybody is running away from a wrong that has been committed. So, Mr. Speaker, including its design, implementation, governance, financial performance, environmental and public implications, and any related matters. Mr. Speaker, this is the motion before us. When you get up and read a tall order in a memorandum, it's not part of the motion. That is not what has been advertised. If you're going to write a memorandum and you have added Gold Board's name there, on the face of this order paper,
no member sees the name of Goldboard. So Goldboard is not an issue here. Goldboard is not an issue here. No, let's be fair. You can't just stand there and say anything about an institution of state and make wild allegations relating to that institution. And I'm saying that you're out of order. You're out of order because what you have is a motion. The motion has not been considered yet. So exercise patience. You've raised your issues. We've responded to the issues. You seem to want to debate the motion, but clearly there is nothing that you can say that hasn't been said already about this motion. And so I urge you to let us continue with the business of the day. As for this motion, I have shown you how to resolve the issue of the motion. I have shown you. I cannot say everything, before the cameras, but I've told you that we are ready. Go to order 102. 102 deals with the motions, notice of motions. Go and read order 102. Have you read it? You can also read 103. You can also read 103. But you can start from 100. When you read all those ones, when you read all those orders, you will not see anything about a memorandum. You will not see anything about a memorandum. Your motion is your motion.
Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the rules of the House must be read as a whole. A motion is a motion. And he, the majority leader, as a practitioner of the law, must know that you don't appear before an adjudicating body with a lay motion. A motion must always be accompanied with your law, with your facts. Mr. Speaker, if you read Order 111B, it talks about a motion shall be accompanied with an explanatory note stating the reasons for proposing the motion. That's in the rules. We can never get it wrong. The minority here, we are few in numbers, but we do our research. We are few. Mr. Speaker, whether half-hour motion, whether substantive motion, whatever, Mr. Speaker, a motion must be, Mr. Speaker, the rules must be applied mutatis mutandis. It must be applied mutatis mutandis. With Mr. Speaker, the majority leader, you've had your bite. Can you take a rest? Mr. Speaker, as a lawyer, patience is part of your virtues. Sit down. It doesn't matter. Sit down. Let me argue. Let the speaker determine. So sit down. You can't come back on point of order twice. You sit down. Let me finish.
Well, Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I need to finish.
Order 111
Mr. Speaker, can I
talking
finish?
about
Mr. Speaker,
half-hour
don't join
motion.
this debate. Let me finish.
I'm not
Mr.
joining
Speaker,
the debate.
Let me finish. Can I finish?
I'm not joining the debate.
Can I finish? So can I finish? So you sit down. I will listen to him. I will listen to him. So now who is afraid man? Now you are the afraid man.
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, Standing Order 111B deals with
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I referred to it. I use the language. Mr. Speaker, you are a lawyer, I'm a lawyer. Mr. Speaker, you are a lawyer, I'm a lawyer. The Latin expression mutatis mutandis was invoked by me to support my argument. Mr. Speaker, I must be heard by the majority leader.
That the condition for admissibility, for admissibility of half-hour motion is different from a motion.
Mr. Speaker,
let's straighten up the record, then you can continue.
I am arguing, Mr. Speaker, with respect. I am arguing that the rule must be looked at mutatis mutandis. That is my argument, and it's allowed by law. That is the law.
Honorable Minority Leader, there is no doctrine of infallibility. We listen to you, but when Speaker is speaking,
But
you also have the courtesy to listen to the speaker.
Mr. Speaker, question him. He is finding fault
You
on
have
this
the
side.
courtesy to
You should
listen
question
to
him.
the speaker. You see, this is a house of record, and we all know that admissibility of a motion is different from, the condition is different from admissibility of a half-hour motion. I believe your motion on record is not a half-hour motion.
Speaker, with respect, the majority leader's argument, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader's argument is that the motion should not, when speaker is allowed, so when speaker is allowed, speaker has granted me the right of audience. Speaker has granted me the right of audience. Yeah, but speaker has granted me the right of audience. Majority leader, are you now the speaker? Yeah, but speaker has granted me the right of audience. I have the right of audience. Majority leader, I have the right of audience.
Resume their seats. May I ask my two leaders to resume their seats? May I humbly ask my two leaders to resume their seats? Leaders, please kindly resume your seats.
Speaker, I have the right of audience now.
Leaders, kindly resume your seats.
Oh, no, you can't. No, you can't do that. No.
Leaders, kindly resume your seats.
No. And stop using your left. It's not clean.
Honorable Minority Leader, also resume your seat. Honorable Minority Leader, you should also resume your seat. I did not ask you to put your microphone off. I said resume your seat. Leaders, why? We are not arguing the motion. Minority Chief Whip just draw the attention to this matter, that those motions would have to be taken. And that ends it. There cannot be any further argument generating to what we are seeing. Why? Are you on a point of order against the speaker? Honorable Habib, you know, when speaker is speaking or whoever is presiding is speaking and you are on your feet, it simply means you are on a point of order against the speaker, and it is not done. The front bench would have to help us to maintain order in the House. So why are all this happening? It is not the best. Yes, what do you have to say?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's not in relation to this matter. Mr. Speaker, just an observation, and I want to draw your attention to the Constitution in Article 102. Mr. Speaker, Article 102 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, with your permission, I read that.